while we are streaming also live on YouTube, I think I will just take a few minutes in that day. There are just a few things which I think I should touch base on, and then we allow you to take us through the presentation today. Ndare.
Great. Thank you, Ndare.
Okay. Yes, I think there's an audio that you shared this week whereby you were explaining some important information as to some of the factors which has really contributed to the delay in terms of the payments as well as the postponements that we have seen. And I think before we can go any further or maybe into the presentation today, I was thinking about this, that information that you shared, that we really as the company need to apologize to our people, to all the shareholders who are here. And just to say, we are aware of the inconvenience as well as the pain that many people went through. Others, we are aware that they have borrowed money somewhere to join the company. Others, took their last money, and there's a lot of things. And we the way we have actually been trying to make sure that we push and fulfill all promises that we have made. Those challenges that we went through, they have really contributed a lot in terms of the delays of the payments that are long overdue. So I was thinking that we really need to say to everyone who really went through those painful moments, to say we are really sorry, but we have not done anything intentionally to delay the payments. Everything was as the deputy has tried to explain in the audio. But then there are other things. There are some audios that were forwarded to me, and from these other groups where people there are these other groups where people are saying there is some I can say it's misunderstanding, that some people, I know maybe people are angry, yes, we understand, but some of the information that they are convincing other people with, that information, you'll find in most cases that it is not the correct information, which I have realized that some people starting to believe that information that is shared. And then now maybe others will say we are actually intentionally delaying the things, and yet we are putting everything in. We have actually put a lot of effort to make sure that we get to the much awaited payments as soon as possible. Now, I think I will just speak about two things. The issue of the weons on Latoken, whereby somebody was saying we have around 21 billion weons, and many people are interpreting those weons as actual cash. People are saying we have that as cash. And I think what the deputy has been trying to do all this time, when he was emphasizing on educating people, he has been trying to make people understand the crypto market and all that. But I have seen that some people, they actually interpreting those weons as actual cash, that they say we have that money set aside somewhere where we are now maybe just delaying the payments, and yet that is not actual money. So even on the latter hand, when people are looking at things like the market gap and all that, people are interpreting that as the actual cash, whereby they are saying the company has that money, and we just don't want to pay people. And I think for those who understand crypto, they will know that that is not what it is not actually like that as people think. And I think maybe you will also disclose another information about, or much on the funds, to say we have disclosed the FNB account, but we also had other challenges. I don't want to be ahead. I will allow you to also touch base on those other ones, because there was another comment from one of the audios whereby somebody was saying on the stakings that has happened up to now. You counted the number of people that we have, to say if we have around 250,000 people, and each one of them is paying $10. He was making a weird calculation to say from the staking we have collected around 150 million. And so after collecting the 150 million, we didn't want to pay people. But if you take 250,000 people, each of them paying $10, that is around $2.5 million. And then if you take it to the rands, not even reach 100 million. But the truth is, not everybody has paid. That is also what the deputy has been communicating, to say we have over around 45,000 people who have staked. And out of the 45,000 people, if maybe we can just make a simple calculation to say, if 45,000 people have paid, that is around 450,000. And out of that 450,000, we have put a lot of money on the latter can to sustain the value up to this point. And we had a challenge again, which I think for this one I can disclose. The other ones that you guide us through them. We have an issue with the Coinbase account, whereby we have around 200 out of the 450,000 that I just making an example. We have around 200,000, which is stuck in the Coinbase account, and it's now 2 months. I think we have been following up with support. We are unable to withdraw that money. It is their system failure. It is not frozen or whatever. It is the system failure, and we have been trying to contact support. We even filed an official complaint, but up to now they haven't resolved that issue. And I can display here. I can display the thread, the email thread that we have with Coinbase, and show that we have we have this issue whereby we have those funds, the funds that people have staked, which are stuck in the Coinbase account, and it's this one is just a system failure. It's not that they are frozen or whatever. And if we can try to go back to where we initially started to follow up with support, you'll see that this is on the 2nd of December 2020, and we only did this after we tried to withdraw. We even filed an official complaint, which they're saying it will take up to 20 days to investigate the matter and all that. So I think there has been quite a number of factors that has contributed to the problem that the postponements of the payments that, I understand people are angry out there, and others are even, we are aware of the assassination plans that people are planning out there. But what we can assure each and every one of you is that we are here. We are not going to run anywhere. We'll make sure that we see this project through, and we really hope, we really believe that God will save us and make sure that everybody who puts their money in the company will eventually realize, the return of their investment. And lastly, that now I've taken a long time. Lastly, let me give you that I am not aware that now I've taken a lot of time, but I wanted to just explain on those issues to say there's really been a lot of issues. Somebody might say, why did it took you so long to get to the point where you can now say you are only disclosing this now? It really took us this long. Why? The reason being, when people have put their money as a form of investment, and you wake up one morning and tell them that all the money that they have put into different accounts, the FNB and the Standard Lesotho Bank account has been frozen. Somebody would really faint, but now we have tried to find other ways to make sure that we continue the project to this point where now we can where we can say people are able to see the products that we have built. And even now when we disclose that, it is really saying the company is still going on. And while on the other, behind us, we are fighting for those funds to be released. But with the little that we have, we are really pushing to make sure that we put these products on the market. And another thing, there is somebody who was saying when the CEO is trying to discourage people from, putting on social medias and all these other platforms, those negative comments. What we really wanted people to understand is the business concept is very simple. The Weownomy concept, maybe the presentations and all that have, some people might find it difficult to understand, but I wanted to put it in simpler terms to say what the company has been trying to do is people have put their money in the company. The company has developed and the products, but those products are the ones that will go in the market and then make money for the company. And from that money that those products will make in the market, then people will be able to get paid. The company does not have money that is set aside somewhere to pay people. We are actually saying, let's have these products, let's have our Weownomy chart, let's have the Weons, let's have all this, put them in the market. And then now when people are going out as the co-owners and making negative comments, they are chasing away the investors as well as the markets that we want to attract as Weownomy. And then at the end of the day, when somebody expects to be paid and yet they are contributing to expel people to say, to go out on social media and make, and put all the negative comments about the company, it is making difficult when we even try to do some marketing of, the company. So if maybe we can understand that, because if we can use the money that we have, that people have contributed, if we use that to pay other people, then we'll be running a pyramid scheme, which will fall at any time. But if the company can have a clear strategy of how it will make money and people believe in the company, they buy the Weons, that one is going to help now the company to be sustainable. But other than that, if everybody is given the Weons and they go on Latoken on all sell, then the price will crash. But if we make sure that we promote the company, we promote the Weons, make sure that we have so many buyers on the market, it will then be easy that when we say everybody can sell, then we have buyers and then they will be buying and selling. Once there is only selling, then the price will crash. That we can demonstrate how it will really happen. That let me allow you to take us through the presentation. Thank you for just a few minutes that you have allowed me. I apologize for taking long. Thank you very much.
No, thank you so much, Ndadel. I think it was very important for you to articulate the whole point to our co-owners, which I will actually try to actually also try and expand on so that our people can actually understand what it is, where we are. And this is the best opportunity in Africa, whereby we are able to engage our people on a daily basis in the groups to be able to understand what it is. So the company, by the way, I like that point whereby you have actually pointed out that it's important that as co-owners, you should understand that you're not just standbys. You are part of the company. You have to actually become an ambassador, and you have to know that this is your only opportunity that you have to stand out and promote the company in the best light, because that's the only thing that you're going to have. You will be able to look at this 10 years, 15 years, 50 years, when you're able to say that I was there with the company, and now this company is able to help thousands, tens and thousands of people through positivity, creativity. And as I've always told you, our company is disruptive. So we don't really think being negative is one of the things that you would want to go through. You want to make sure that if you don't understand something, you need to really understand what the company is. But, to be precise, a lot of our people are actually very creative. Most of them, they buy and hold groups that have been formed. You're doing amazing. You can see how you have sustained the Weowns in the market, and that's amazing. If we can give you a clear example, all of the African countries right now, according to all the loans we get from UN or IMF and all of these other organizations, have our Weowns out there. So Weowns will also go down to really help a lot of communities, a lot of countries. And you guys being on the forefront, you should be very lucky. You should be very happy to say, as pioneers, we are the very first people to start it. Now, today, in addition to my follow-up audio that I made the other time, was just to really position something very, very important. And as I told you back in December, before I had this unfortunate incident of the death of my wife. So there was so many things that were happening in between. And you remember there was a video which we did while back in South Africa with the investors. And now one of the strategic investors has come through, and they are ready to get started. And as you see the slide today, I just want to give you a clear understanding of what it means. So they want to invest tens of millions of dollars, but we have made it very clear that the company can only take up to a maximum of 50 goodwill investment of $1.25 million. And that goodwill means there's no due diligence, because they can see the Weowns already in the market. And so they want to invest in the whole ecosystem. Our ecosystem is powerful. We have Seaway, the electric car company. We have Weownomy Digibank. We have Weownomy Pay. We have Weownomy Chat. We have Weownomy Web. Interested in all of that. But again, when we do all these negotiations, we have to involve you and make sure that this presentation that I'm making today, they'll also be able to see it live, so that they can understand how we communicate with our community. So as we speak, I've just completed a memorandum. It's the first round investment memorandum on a goodwill kind of terms. So the goodwill terms means they don't need to do any due diligence on the Weowns. They can see the Weowns on the market, but they need a discount exactly on the number of Weowns they can be able to get, and so that I can be able to let you know. So $250,000 you'll be able to see a movement in the market up to $5 or up to $8, and then when we go to $1 million, you'll be able to see a huge movement, which will take Weowns up to $38. And so there's going to be a wonderful turnaround of that. So we're going to see more of that as we get started. So as we go on to list on Bitget, there's going to be a co-marketing activities between La Token Exchange and Bitget. And so that's going to be something powerful. And that's meant to attract as many crypto investors investors. And again, at the same time, as we also go with the Weownomy beta testing, it provides us a very wonderful platform, because as we get many thousands of people who will come to use, Weownomy chat. And by the way, Weownomy chat will easily get thousands of people. So whether our co-owners market it or they don't market it, I mean, it's going to get a lot of people. So what needs to happen, and with the program that we're going to be able to explain today, is that Weownomy chat beta testing is the most critical foundation of all of this, because it provides us an opportunity to test out and see exactly what are we putting out in the market. And if it's good and people understand it, it has beautiful features, better than what we have with WhatsApp and stuff. And the most important feature is that you can have a wallet, and every message, every audio, video, or every activity that you're able to do, it's monetized. You can be able to see exactly how much you're able to get. So that's something very, very powerful. And that's the most important thing. It's going to be very attractive to thousands of people, and a lot of people will easily switch to Weownomy chat. So I think that's very important for everyone to really embrace that. So as we go through this presentation, I would like to salute Kirk. I mean, you've done a very wonderful updated logo of Weons. I think that's looking very the currency of kindness. And I mean, that's very, very important. We didn't really do wrong. By the way, Kirk he's a Class D shareholder, very creative, build what will be remembered globally with this wonderful coin logo and what is done with it. And so we're very, very happy. And knowing that you are, you are approved by the board with other, co-owners to be upgraded to Class A. And I think Nadel Tebele will finalize that by Monday. We've been doing quite a lot. There's a new list of how we are going to provide a new upgrade program for Class A, what they benefit and stuff like that. So it's just not just an upgrade. We want to make sure that you understand exactly what comes with that class. And so we're going to write a letter for all of the upgraded people to Class A so that they can understand exactly what it is. So it's very, very important. But we salute you. You've done so much for the community, and you're going to really get a lot. So we're going to use your design branded coin, and we can have also digital coins really out there for the gold coins for Weons. In appreciation of what you've done, and we can put your name designed by, so that people can really remember what you've done. So this is very, very powerful. Thank you. We need creative people like Kirk. We don't just need people who, you need to be remembered. What can you contribute? And that's very important. If you contribute something to Weownomy, it's part of you, you will be remembered. And so we're going to put up a section of, Hall of Fame. And that's what I mentioned the other time. I think I wrote in one of the communiques in the group, we're going to have legendary people who are going to be remembered. And I think Kirk will also be considered by the board to go into the legendary member of Weownomy, because those are the people, so that everything that you do will always be remembered. So that's very, very important. And it's very important as a creative, disruptive company to make sure that all of you in Weownomy, you don't just stay as standby. You need to have something that you'll be remembered for, because the 250,000, we're not taking any more investors. And those are the people, you as a pioneer, lifetime co-owner, you're not just a lifetime co-owner who's just standing by just for pay. Sorry for that mishap. I think we are back. Thank you. Sorry for that. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about the contribution, because many of the co-owners may not realize how important it is for them to actually, this is the time when the company gets to really build, and we need you to be remembered, not the CEO alone, every individual, and every individual that is creative. The company is going to make sure that we bring your name out, and we're going to promote you, and everyone globally will know you, because that's very important, because what you're doing is something very critical. So we salute you. Thank you very much. Be the light, be a measure of other people, so that they can know what you can do, and they can also come out with creative ideas. I cannot forget the content creators, the musicians. You did very wonderful when also Weownomy was starting, and many people got to know Weownomy because of your voices. And we have a very wonderful program for the content creators, the musicians, and all that we've done. And we think that we can do something wonderful. And so with the initial injection of 1.25 million US dollars, we think we can really be able to do something with also the musicians, the content creators. We have all of your information, and we're going to bring it out. So that's very, very important. So it's important for every co-owner to be remembered for what you can do to make sure that your name will not just be remembered as a simple co-owner who just receives payouts, but as a co-owner who is a true ambassador and who has value. And that makes you more creative than just a standby. Okay, so it's very, very, very important that you understand that. Now, as we go on, I would like to also share this important point here, that the Weowno's price is set to skyrocket, and it's going to become a household name. So the deal is this: the way we have done with the new strategic investor is to say, we want two different kinds of investment. So the first investment goes directly to the Weowno's, and that's 1.25 million US dollars. So the second investment, which goes up to $50 million, that one will involve their lawyers, will involve their accountants to actually go through the other different ecosystem projects that we have. We have the car project, we have the bank, we have Weownomy Pay, we have, quite a number of projects, the zero cost digital economy and all that stuff. So, but now initially they have said, without wasting time, we want to put money quickly in what we think can move fast, and that's Weownomy. And then we also do have that expansion, okay? So 3 million Weownomy is going to be for the first 250,000 investment that comes in, and we have given them at a discount of 50 cents US dollars. Now, I want to explain to you so that you can understand, because many people should understand that the company has reached at a point whereby we have strategic investors, and we have decided that we can only take up to a maximum of $50 million, and we don't want any more, because we know with external revenue of $1 that will be coming out from different individuals, we're going to be able to have a sustainable injection of cash flow, which is going to be something wonderful. So we have finally agreed with the strategic investors that if we start with the 250,000 in exchange for them to get 3 million Weownomy, for them, they're not in a hurry to sell the Weownomy, and at a discount of around 50%, for the discount of around 50%, 50 cents, okay, 50 cents, yeah, per token. So this will result, if you see the price increase to $5 or $5 to $12, just know that the first injections of around $250,000 just went through, okay? Now, immediately that happens, we are going now to another investment of $1 million, and we're having it at a discount of 50 cents, and that will result from the price increase of $18 to $38. Okay. Now, what that means at that time, when it hits $18 to $38, we have already launched Weownomy Chat, and that allows us to actually have as many people getting with $1, and we are crediting those people $1,000 for but those $1,000 will be automatically stacked. So we're not just going to allow the new people coming in with crediting with $1,000 and then they cash out. They have to be stacked for 90 days. So once we stack them for 90 days, then the market is just going to increase much more powerful. So they will only start to earn after 90 days. The only people who will be paid are between 45,000 people up to 250,000. And the 45,000 are those ones who stacked. So the ones who need to continue to be paid, they also need to go through the same process so that they can be able to participate. Now, after the Weownomy Chat beta testing, which is starting on the 26th, Weownomy is only going up. So we're getting ready for our next breakthrough, and that breakthrough is to make sure that Weownomy Chat is on the stores, people download it, and then $1 annual subscription. And with the $1.25 million, it's going to make it successful to launch Weownomy Chat and pay out sustainably. Now, the payouts of up to 250,000 people will be sustainable because thousands of people who are downloading the app and they are paying their $1 makes it easier. And then our $1.25 million, starting with a strategic partner, allows to build a price that can attract thousands of people in the market, the crypto lovers, and that brings us close. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit how do we make sure that this price is hit at $5, $18 to $38, and what will be the price of Weownomy by the end of the year. We're going to show you how that happens. And because of the increased potential of so many people who are coming to a new social media platform, and lots of them who are being credited, but they are cashing out every 3 months, 90 days. So we want to make sure that the staking culture is going to be sustainable and allows a lot of people. And then as we roll out with one, because we've decided we'd rather get one strategic investor who can go with us, and we've seen that if we hit $50 million, we can be able to do what we need. We can be able to have the digital gold coin going well. We can be able to have the CAP project go well. We can be able to have the zero-cost digital economy established very well. And we can be able to fund the housing program case study, which is going to start. We can have projects like the Pride of Africa, which is also in the area, partnering together with the digital gold coin, Diamond, which is produced in the labs. That's going to be something very critical for us. And the most important thing, the $1.25 million gives us a foundation with the telecommunication providers, because they will be seeing us as people who have a sustainable approach of how we want to make sure that people can use the data-free plan. And once we have a data-free plan installed, program, it makes it easier to have thousands and thousands of people who daily will join by simply saying, download this app, you're credited $1,000, and you're going to have data free. I don't think there's anyone who's going to refuse that. So people are going to come as many as possible, and that's going to be amazing. But you as a co-owner, you have to be smart, okay? Because I hear people saying we cannot market because we are not paid. You are not smart. If you're smart, you understand that the business is already going to pay you, because if we were able to be successful, even with our funds being frozen, it means we are smart and our business can be able to sustain. There's no project that can have over $1 million, especially a startup, that can have funds frozen and is still active. It's because we are disruptive, we are creative, we are smart. And watch the space. You need to also be the DNA of the company and understand that and move forward. And if you move forward and understand that this is something which is going to have a household name impact, it's going to be very easy. So you have to understand that our game plan of $1 annual subscription, and later on another $2 that will be unlocked in partnership with the telecommunication providers across the continent, because this provides them revenue. It also provides Weownomy revenue, and globally it positions us totally different from other social media platforms and stuff that is out there. So it's very, very important that you understand your business and you will be able to understand. So, and just to put it very clearly, I've been avoiding picking calls and stuff, but I'm putting a day every Wednesday. I will only be picking calls for creative people. I'm going to put an email, and if I get your number, I call you. You don't call me. So from now on, no, if you're calling the CEO, you're wasting time. He calls you because you're creative, okay? I don't pick calls because I want to know what we're gonna talk about. And if you're creative, I call you, I bring your idea on board, and it's gonna be viral, okay? That's how it's gonna be, because when we are creative, Africa will be able to end poverty. But if you're calling, complaining, that's what the continent has been doing, complaining and no solution. So we need creative ways to make the continent poverty free. And your mind has to be free and be creative. And that's why I'm putting an email for creative people, because one person can come up with a solution that can help. And I've seen so many important solutions out there. People have been, sharing this very wonderful, ideas from people. I may not mention names, but I think this is the time I call people every Wednesday who are creative. And if you're creative, we bring your idea, the board approves it, we move forward. And that makes a very big idea. Like the housing program, it was brought by one of the members in the Pride of Africa, or let me call it the whole board of Pride of Africa. And that idea has become viral, okay? So many ideas that you see as commonplace, like even the debt-free program, it started by individuals talking to me by saying, oh, my house is going to be repossessed and stuff like that. And it came out to be a big idea. The zero cost digital economy is because of some of the ideas from Weownomers. Very sharp, very creative. And that's what the world needs. That's what the African continent needs. We don't need complainers. We don't need negativity. We have had that negativity for thousands of years, and the continent is still stuck where it is. We need to move forward. And every Wednesday, creative people are required. Be musicians, be who. I will spend time, even an hour, talking to you, because you are very important to help others who are not creative to better understand how they can get out of the situation they are. Okay, so that's very important. And I thought it's very important to also share with you that. So Weowns is on the way to reaching all-time high of $38 in February 2022. Our forecast predicts that by April 2022, with our current rate of growth, we are actually going to hit $68 per Weowns. Now, most of the people want to know, how do we come to that? And so it's very, very important to explain to you how that happens. And so I'm going to give you just a small thing. Let me just take you to this important explanation of how we get to this. So I want to show you something. This is what we share with La Token Exchange. This is what we share with La Token Exchange. We share with BitChat, and this is the game plan that happens behind the scene. Actually, the prices can reach. So currently, Tabele, who's handling the spot account at La Token Exchange, I think he has more than 4 million Weowns out there. We have 1.3 billion, but 4 million Weons that is currently on the spot account. And to make it very easy, you can see where I have the annual Weownomy chat subscription of $1 on this side. And then if you can see here, actually the $18 is just the starting price that that price is going to increase. So that means the whole year, the conservative approach of what we think, we are going to have an annual global subscription. So we're looking at the whole, all global subscriptions. So people are going to use Weownomy chat. So it's important for you to understand how this is done. Okay, so the way it's done, so the way it's done is $18. It's the first leveraged price. We look at the annual subscriptions, and we look at the numbers of people who are coming. Like now, we are very glad that we have the Zulu monarchy on board with a proposal. They've already told us they have over 14 million people, and this is going to be very, very interesting. One, if we have the zero data plan, it means we can be able to attract as many people coming on board. And so the annual subscriptions globally of 1 billion people, and the way we work on it is that we want to make it very conservative. So we are saying, at least in a conservative rate, if we move from January, currently we're 1.25, currently, above $1. Let me just be precise with that. Then by the end of the year, we should have something like 348 US dollar per Weon. Now, it can jump, it can really increase, but we're using very highly conservative figures here to make sure that we give people a clear point. So from January up to December, and that's why we're saying in between April, we can jump up to $68. And by the time we reach December, the price can hit around 348. That's big. Now, if you take the same thing and you put 348 in next year, it means by the end of 2023, we can hit up to $32,000 per Weon. Why? Because the ecosystem of Weon is different from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of these cryptos, because we are using social media. That is the reason why Facebook had problems when they wanted to launch their Libra token, and everyone globally refused. Now, our opportunity is we are starting, so we can easily scale up, and it provides us a very good opportunity to have as many people who are coming on board. And just imagine what that can be. So by 2024, if we take the end year price of 2023, which is 32,159, it means Weons can hit above even 6 million. That's amazing. But now, because we want to just put highly conservative figures without threatening people, we want to say the first year, 2022, our Weon can hit 348. Remember, it's highly conservative. It could be 1,000. It could even hit 10,000. The next year, we're talking of 1.6, but it could increase. The 2024, Weon could even go up to 3,365. That is highly conservative. It can jump so highly depending on how many users we are getting from every different countries and as it expands. But even when we take the highly conservative figure of $348 by the end of December, that is big. Now, for example, just 38 US dollars, if you have 100 Weons, it means you have 60,000 rand. That's it. So you can imagine only 100 Weons by the end of February with 38 USD value per token, that is over 60,000. So it's big, and that's something very important because of the ecosystem. Now, the ecosystem of only, if we can just use the Seaway car, the electric car project, and that alone, the way we are marketing it with Weowns can go crazy. Okay, if we just use the Seaway car, put it together on the zero dictator economy, that could be something totally different. Okay, we have the Weownomy DigiBank, we have the Weownomy Pay. We have not seen yet what the ecosystem of Weownomy ecosystem, we have the Dicto Gold Coin and stuff, what it can do combined when all of these section entities are activated. It's just going to be big. We are only talking of the subscriptions on Weownomy chat. We have not even talked of the subscriptions when Weownomy Web is up, when all of these other different ecosystems are up. And that's why our strategic investor knows what it is, and we are making a plan of up to $50 million, and he's starting right away with $1.25 million directly in Weowns. So that's how it's going to be. And I thought it's very important to educate you so that you understand how important that is, okay? So when we come back and I say our forecast predicts that by April 2022, with our current rate of growth, we will reach a staggering $68 per Weowns. You have seen what it means. What that means, as we get increased numbers of annual subscribers, and no one who can refuse being credited 1,000 Weowns, and he has data-free plan to use Weownomy chat. That one is a killer. They come through, they tell their loved ones, and it will be traffic. That's the reason why we want the Weownomy beta testing to be powerful, so that they can come, and we know once we launch it on the app stores, we're getting started with business. Now, the Weowns price increase starts with $5. It will quickly go to 18 as we list on Bidget, and co-marketing activities. So what is going to happen on Bidget is also going to happen on the token exchange, and going to hit up to $38 in February 2022. So this is very interesting for people who have been talking of payouts. When you're talking of payouts, understand you're dealing with a disruptive creative company, okay? And understand that every day you wake up and you see your Weowns at La Token Exchange, it's going to be on many exchanges, and now the next exchange is Bidjet. It provides you confidence, and it makes you understand that the journey of Weowns is not even a year. We just started in April. We will only celebrate Weownomy ecosystem 1 year completion in April this year. So just imagine, tell me any company that has progressively achieved what we have. There is no token in the whole of the continent that is like Weowns. Look it up, tell me, and we will give you 1 million Weowns. Just tell me which matches the Weowns, including even the one of Akon, okay? One of the powerful musicians that you know. Nothing. So when you are in Weownomy, you are blessed. Don't act as if you're not blessed, because you are blessed, and you need to embrace that, and you need to market and tell other people. I am very happy. One of the lady called Lioness, if you go on that Facebook page, she is very passionate. Everyone should be passionate about Weownomy, because it's going to pay you, and it's going to pay you for many years. So don't sabotage yourself and your future by thinking negativity. You are with a creative company, disruptive company, and you need to do the best. So I can tell you, most of the people who have made Weownomy popular are women. And that's very, very important. Most of the people who are negative are men. I'm very sorry to say that. So they like going out there talking negative things, but inside them, they want to be part of the system. So we want most of everyone to be very passionate of Weowns, because you see the future, and the future is not far. We're not talking of 10, 15 years. We are talking of something that you see on with your own eyes, okay? Weownomy is powerful than Dogecoin. Weownomy is powerful than Shiba Inu, all of this. And Weownomy is going to be powerful than most of the cryptocurrencies out there. So you should embrace the journey day by day. So Weownomy will be worth more soon. And look at that. So we're going to build a stronger token economy, and that is going to come through very successful. The problem with what happens in our continent and most of the other continents where there's been not so much success is that people expect and people don't want to participate, and people hate the process. The process determines the result. And if you love the process, if you know how, if you ask most of the people who are complaining, how did we start? They don't know. They are complaining day by day by day by day by day. But the process builds slowly by slowly. So appreciate the process, and you're gonna be able to get to what you want, okay? And you'll be very appreciative, okay? So we are creating an ecosystem designed to provide a stronger token economy, which is our key strategy, so that we can solve the global problems out there. You are going to see Weownomy become like what is in El Salvador. Countries will want to adopt Weownomy as part of their next currency. Watch the space. And you should be one of the lifetime co-owner who can see further, not just your stomach. Weownomy is bigger than your stomach. It talks about the whole humanity. And if you think about others, your situation is already solved. And that's very important when you want to know what our ecosystem is all about. So understand that it's very important for your benefit, okay? Now, start profiting from Weownomy price growth. Now, you get an opportunity to know, and we share with you publicly. With an investment opportunity of 1.25 million US dollars, definitely there's going to be a substantial upside potential for Weownomy holders who are participating in the buy, hold, and staking on the token exchange, BitGet exchange, before the price increased to $5, $18, and $38 within February 2022. So every month, you're going to see a huge jump on the Weownomy price. Not only will your Weownomy yield high returns, but your Weownomy purchase and what we're going to reward, the reward system, will also increase your returns, which means you'll get more value out of Weownomy, each Weownomy purchase. Now, there's this thing which is out there, play to win tokens. Now, you know, with Weownomy, there's nothing like that. You buy, and you're going to be rewarded for buying. There's no token around, apart from the airdrops. We're not talking of airdrops. We are talking of a consistent program that every time you will be buying, the company has your records, and the company is going to reward you. So most of the people who have bought and you know provided us your records, we're going to make sure by the end of this month, we reward all of you, so that when you go in February, you have your additional Weownomy, okay? There is a lady who wrote to me a very passionate story. He told me, I have 400 Weownomy. I have a situation. My mom is sick. I'm going to be repossessed. I have a debt situation, quite a lot of problems. And I told him, did you send your proof of the 400 Weownomy that you have? And she was pleading to sell 200 Weownomy. I like that, because that one was something very important for me to know. But I told her, you wait and sell those Weownomy at least at $5. You have, if you have 400 Weownomy, automatically the company is giving you 4,000 Weownomy on top of what you bought. If you want to deal with the debt situation and you're going to sell 1,000 Weownomy at $5, or if you want to wait up to $18, or you can decide, because if you have an emergency, sell 1,000 Weownomy, you have your $5,000, you're going to be able to deal with your problems. You understand? And you can't do that with Bitcoin. If you buy Bitcoin, there's no reward for you buying Bitcoin. The only reward goes to the miners. It doesn't go to you. So Weownomy is a new game change. It's the only crypto in the world that will reward you for buying and for staking. Okay? Deal with quite a number of problems. Okay? So the new Weownomy price that is going to go from 18 to 38 respectively in February is going to do wonderful. Now, what does this mean? In February, we are fully launching Weownomy Chat, and we're going to have a 3D event whereby all the different people, that 3D event is to actually advertise and make sure we get a lot of people. But remember, the Weownomy Chat advertising is going to be easy. We are targeting the free data plan. Even before we deal with the telecommunication providers, we will handle it, whereby we are going to do a test run for some of our co-owners who will use it. And we do that test run and get those data with Weownomy for free. Use it. Then we are able to talk with the telecommunication providers and tell them, this is how this deal is going to run, and we want you guys to participate. And then we can launch it much more wider to as many people as possible. And this thing is going to go viral. Thousands of people will not refuse to use Weownomy Chat if they're given a data-free plan, and if they're credited $1,000, which is staked immediately for 90 days before they can cash out and get something out of it. We need to train all the new people the discipline of staking. Don't just eat. And that's what has collapsed Africa, because you think you're going to eat, and then tomorrow you finish the money, you don't have anything to show off. You have to be protected. Now it will give you an opportunity for 250,000 people to have a sustainable payout because of thousands of people who are coming on board. The investor that we have on strategic investor, who's starting with 1.25, is going up to $50 million, okay, for the whole ecosystem. And the other different buyers out there who are also coming in our ecosystem, because our ecosystem is big. The reason why Weownomy is going to go big, because it's not only for co-owners, even people who are out there, if they buy at a target that we want, they will be rewarded. And that is going to make Weownomy powerful in thousands and thousands of people. But the first reward for all of the newcomers is to stake it 90 days, because we don't want people to go out in the market and crash the price. So we are going to teach them that even though you have a little pain, but we want you to earn for the rest of your life. And that's why we're putting a program of discipline through staking and allowing you to eat something and stake back, something and stake back, so that we have a consistency with the price that goes up, and that price is what is going to help you and help your loved ones. And it will also train you to be disciplined. Okay, so that's very, very important in your life. Okay, so today's whole presentation revolves around you understanding how powerful Weownomy is and how powerful Weownomy price is going to be every month. Look at that. In February, between $18 to $38, and it could go up, but we have targeted in between $18 and $38. And that means that we're going to have. Why? Because there's going to be huge activity. So on every month, the subscribers will increase, and that impacts the price of Weownomy going forward. The game plan is simple. Sustained Weownomy Chat user base who come with $1 equals continued Weownomy price increase. Okay? So it's very important, when you know your business, understand that the Weownomy price is increasing because of what? As we sustained new people who come in with $1, Why are they paying $1? Because they are credited Weons, $1,000. And why are they going to come as many? Because there's $1 and there's also Weons is going to first do a demonstration for 3 months that all the users who come, we can use our own currency so that we demonstrate to these telecommunication providers that you're going to lose out business. And this is how we can work with you. And as we get more people coming in using Weons, like now we just saw a program. There's a new program called Big Brother, is it Muzanzi in South Africa? And they're just telling people, if you want, go on our Facebook page, go on our, imagine if they can tell people, go on Weownomy chat on that program. How many people do we get? Millions, okay? Just like that. So be creative out there to understand that Weownomy chat is money. Don't sit there saying, you pay me first so that I can do. Be creative. And that's what we are telling you, that Weownomy chat is unstoppable. It is just a matter of you thinking. And I saw a very wonderful idea, which we need to talk, and I'll call you poverty fighter. I like such people who are very creative, because one creative person is more powerful than 100 negative people, because negative people confuse people, okay? They are complaining and they're hurting themselves, but positive people help us to break the ice. We have been suffering in the continent for many years, and we cannot continue listening to people who are complaining, and yet there's a big opportunity with our own Weownomy chat, with our own Weownomy web, with our own Weownomy pay, with our own Weownomy neo bank, with our own zero-cost digital economy, and you keep on complaining. Please, we prefer having 1,000 digital, 1,000 creative Weownomers. They are going to change the whole continent, okay? So that's very important. Sustained Weownomy chat user base equals continued Weon's price increase. So with a transaction of $1.25 million, and you know how we got that money? The investor was happy to see Weon's up. The investor was able to see all of these different cryptocurrencies, and looking at our new company from nowhere, a startup from nowhere, having a coin sustained at $1, above $1. People out there, they don't understand it. We investors understand it. And they can see their money grow. He was actually telling us it's like someone exchanging diamond for money, okay? And you are complaining, okay? So how did we get $1.25 million? And why are people? Because you have something that someone can see with his own eyes. And that $1.25 million is gonna grow to an all-time high of $38 with no additional capital injection. When I say with no additional capital injection, I mean the Weownomy chat $1 is going to create a lot of people coming in. And our Weons, we can be able even to put 1 million Weons aside that can help to create a data plan. Who comes in and we tell him, your $1,000 that we have credited you, we are staking it for 90 days before they can cash out. Look at what the Weownomy Billionaires Group did. We gave them 10,000 Weons. Instead of saying they are cashing out amongst their members, they staked it. They're going to get another 100,000 Weons. That is the discipline that is required for all of you in the groups. You are not going to fight poverty because you want to buy sugar, you want rent, you want school fees, you want what? You are going to fight poverty because you're looking far, 10 years, so that you know, if we stake 10,000, and we get 100,000, look at that intelligent boy called Yusuf. He said the whole group, each individual can be able to have 14 million rand. Now, imagine with the price of $38 or the price of $384 Weons by the end of December, if you have staked, what does that mean for the group? You're going to sustain yourself for more than 10 years, okay? So it's important not to just think for the stomach, think far so that you know at least every 3 months, or if you're staked for 6 months or a year, this is what we have. And that will open gates for you. But if you're living the survival way, you will not make it. You will continue surviving with no peace or financial freedom. And what we're talking about here is financial freedom, okay? Now, the external revenues are gonna drive the price growth of Weowns. That means the $1.25 million is going to help us to increase from $18 to $38, which will successfully lead to a sustained Weownomy chart $1 user base to cover the payouts of 45,000 and up to 250,000 people. Why? Because everyone who pays $1, he does not cash out the $1,000. They have to wait for 3 months. For you, that's what Nadel Tebele was telling you. We are not just using the money that you guys bring in. We are using external revenue to make sure we help you guys to get something and we can sustain it, because we can't just pay you once, but we also need to train you that every time you are paid, staking is the discipline. Stake and stake and stake so that you secure your future, okay? You can build those houses, you can do what, but remember, you have all the time, you have a higher percentage that is staked, and you have 40% that you can be able to do in whatever stuff you're doing. So that is the sustained Weownomy chart. We are able to build out millions of annual subscribers who will be credited Weowns that will be automatically staked to ensure sustained success of the Weown price stability and payouts. So people who are saying, he's not talking about payouts, be creative. I'm talking about payouts, but how the payouts are going to be sustained is through Weownomy chart, $1 annual subscriptions. And the way it's done, it's that the people who are credited and we're giving them a data-free plan, they will be paid every after 3 months so that we can be able to concentrate with the guys, you guys, from 45,000 people who staked, and I think it's above even 45,000, up to 250,000. It's all about discipline. It's all about understanding your business and how your business is going to pay you. So don't go out, act in an ignorant way. Sorry to say that. Understand how your business makes money and how it will pay you so that you act as an intelligent person and you'll be able to represent your own business, because you are now a co-owner. You're not a standby. You're not just out there. So you're a co-owner who needs to understand the business, who needs to understand how the business is going to make money. And you need to go through all the information that we provide you. Then when you go out there, you don't go out there with emotions. You go out there with creativity, knowledge, and understanding how your company makes business. Most of the companies will not tell you, but we are telling you so that you understand. And understand that whatever you bring, like your 1,000 Rand or 10,000, is not what necessarily is going to make you money. It is the sustained $1 user base income, which equals the continued Weowns price increase. And how do we sustain the $1? Because we also credit the person of $1 with $1,000 staked automatically for 90 days. That's how you're going to make money. Okay. In addition to that, social media platform is used for advertising and stuff. We have a package on the zero cost economy, and our ecosystem will open up, and it is going to be wonderful. So as our ecosystem opens up, the bank, quite a lot, the zero cost digital economy, it's going to provide you what we want. But immediately with the annual subscription, we can do that for you very well. And if we want to explain to you, you are not just going to spend money recklessly and then you think another month will be paid. You are going to stake it. Every amount you get, 60% back. You only eat 40%. So it should be in your mind. If you don't have that in your mind, don't think you understand your business. Business, you have to understand that how it operates. And I think that's going to be very important going forward. Okay. So the way we're going to drive the price increase, okay, is through the revenue of Weownomy Chat. And the only revenue is that Weownomy Chat's new user own model, the first to pay people for using the app, which will increase revenue for users and business section entities. So businesses will also come. They want to advertise with you. They want to advertise with your own chat app. If you can see the success of WeChat, the Chinese app, people don't carry money in China. They are using WeChat. You're getting me? QR codes. You guys, you don't know how powerful you are. That's how Weownomy Chat is going to act. QR codes, you have everything. And your Weons can be turned and put into a card. So for those old senior people who don't know how to do the, from like altcoin and stuff like that, our team will be able to help to load Weons on their cards, and they can go on their ATM machines, they can go on their supermarkets, and they can buy whatever they need to buy, okay, without being disturbed. We have our own Weownomy, cards which are coming out, and that will help our people, okay? Now, the external revenue from new users is going to help us to reach at all-time high price points soon. So in order to create the external revenue from Weownomy Chat app, Weownomy web, the company will pay new users who join the chat app with Weon's credit on their account, which they can use inside the zero-cost digital marketplace, okay? And for the long-term sustainable growth, we are not going to stop to tell you staking is important. That is what, and remember, every time you stake, the company is going to reward you. And that's very important because it's like saving. You save, but you earn more than what you have saved. So it's very, very important that our people don't forget about that. Very few people understand how the company is going to sustain them. You want to know, and I think this presentation provides you that, how your company is going to pay you, how the company is going to sustain payouts by you staking 60% of any money you get and using 40%. And that is going to help you. And you will be very rich in a very short period of time, okay? So the company is not going to come out and lie to you that we're just going to lavish money to you. You start calculating those, the houses and stuff without knowing that there is also discipline required from you. That discipline is what will make you powerful, okay? That discipline will enable you to know that at this quarter, I'll buy a car, at this quarter, I'll do a house, at this quarter, I'll do this. And I have so much I'm accumulating because of the discipline of staking and the discipline of eating little and living more to enable you and your family and your loved ones, okay? So Weons is the world's first and only worldwide token that will reward you for every purchase. So every purchase, and that one is a minimum. If you buy 100, you get 1,000. If you buy 200, you get 2,000. Like that. You will not see, this is not an airdrop. This will be a consistent program. It's not stopping. Why? Because we want you to have as more Weons, and as more Weons increase, we don't want you to go to Mashonisha to get loans and buy Weons. You buy and you earn more, okay? And that's very important. So become Weons rich by buying a minimum of 100 as a group. If you buy as a group, you get more. If you buy as an individual, you also get something. But our vision is bigger than just the lifetime co-owners. So we are not working for lifetime co-owners. It's about changing the world together. So we cannot have co-owners who just want to think about themselves and they stop. you need to know that we are changing the world together, starting with you, starting with your family, going to your community, across your nation and the continent, okay? But buy, stake to become Weowns rich, okay? So you can't sit there and say you're not going to buy. It's your business. You have to buy your coin. You have to stake your coin to become Weowns rich, okay? So we are at a critical stage in our company's development when we are still small enough for you to make a difference, but growing fast enough so that your Weowns will be worth more tomorrow than it is today. Listen to that statement. While we are still small, do something, because the company is growing very fast and you cannot be a lifetime co-owner. Every lifetime co-owner should be remembered for one thing. It's not the CEO alone. You should be remembered that even when you die, we can engrave something on your grave to say you did something. You should be always remembered, but you cannot be remembered by making noise, because noise does not pay, especially negativity. Forget it. You will be remembered for making a difference. We can have you even engrave something on your grave to say you became someone of significance, not only for you, your family, but for your community and the continent. We don't want any lifetime co-owner who is idle-minded, making noise on Facebook. We want every lifetime co-owner, be it Class D, like Cockroach, what he's done. He has come up with a logo. He's going to be remembered. What can you do? You can't keep on saying, I'm Class D, I'm Class B, I'm Class A. Do something that your name will be remembered. Because Weownomy is a team of disruptors, thinkers who have something that they can show. And that's going to be able to come out with your name. Okay? So it's very important. And if we do that, we will not have all the noisemakers. We'll have everyone creative, because we need 250,000 people, because we stopped taking subscriptions for lifetime co-owners. So we need you to come out with something. Don't just sit there and say, I've been in this company for 8 months. What have you done creative that we can remember you for the time you have been coming here? Shouting about payouts, the payouts you're going to get, but is that all about that you want to be remembered in the company? Do something. And we're going to have an audit to go through all the co-owners and ask them, what are they doing? So that's very important. And so that tomorrow, when Weowns becomes powerful, we can look you in the eye and say, thank you, you are part of a revolution that is making everyone very proud, okay? Now, with that said, Weowns holders can buy tokens at the token exchange at any time or after the 18th price increase to get all-time high at $38 per token in February. So that means right now, everyone needs to participate. You are not doing it for the CEO. You are doing it for you. And you're doing it for all humanity, you understand? Because you don't have to just wait one person. The CEO can be able to do what he can be able to do, but your participation is important, you understand? So that you can also be someone popular to be remembered, okay? So when you are writing a book, we can also have at least a paragraph about you. So we cannot have a paragraph to say you are only paid and you bought a car. We need to have a paragraph of what you have done in addition to being paid, okay? Now, the value of Weowns, as I've told you, is gonna go at an all-time high of $38 per token. And what does this mean? I also reach out to investors. If I was also sitting, this whole project could collapse. So I don't sit, I also reach out to other people to make our ecosystem recognized. Every time we reach out to people, they also reach out to other people, and that makes it very important. And that's what Nadel Tebel was saying. Do you do that? So it's important you reach out as you wait out for payouts, as you wait out and see the progress. Simply tell them, can you go and see what our token is doing? Do you know Weownomy chat? This is what it's going to do. It's important. Okay, anything you do and you do it with your heart and you're building your ecosystem is very, very important, because that's your contribution. A positive contribution is going to make people love Weownomy. Like just what I've done, bringing an investor on board. Now we have $1.25 million and we can go up to $50 million. And that's going to be. So imagine if each one of us goes out and says something positive. Don't just simply say something positive. Be creative. Show that person what Weownomy has achieved and the potential of Weownomy. People will come. People just need to hear from you, say something, and then they can follow up. Okay? This is a happy year for Weownomers. Okay? And the happy year for Weownomers, one, we have started very well. The month of January, our coin is doing very well. Towards December, the coin was going down because many of you guys sold out the airdrops. They're saying, they're complaining, they have problems and stuff like that. But we wanted to do something smart. But we learned a lesson. We learned a lesson, and we know now that how we're going to handle the official payouts. The official payouts are going to be handled by Weownomy chat, sustained income, staking, and making sure you only take 40% of your money. And that's what is going to sustain. Because if people crash the price, they did not mind about what the company can be. Imagine you're collapsing your company, and we have a lot of challenges we have gone through to make this company where it is. But we allowed it to let them crash it. Now they don't have the tokens to sell. And everyone is writing to me saying, I did not get the airdrops for August. You will only get them after we have the Weownomy chat up, because you are going to go back and crash it. And we cannot accept that. So that some people may think the serious stuff. I am tough for your good. We cannot just issue tokens for free, apart from the buy and hold, which we'll do by the end of the month. You know why? Because they have a bit of discipline. And apart from the rewards, from tomorrow, I'm going to announce another reward group. Just to let you know, that reward group is going to a Swatini group led by Kalisile. They have staked quite a great deal, and they've been very passionate as well. And these reward groups are going to everyone, just like it went to Weownomy Billionaires Group. So this reward group is going to a Satini Weownomy group of Kalisile. They're getting their 10,000 Weons. In addition to that, they have staked 1,000 plus Weons. So that's around another addition, 10,000 Weons. So they're going to get something like 20,000 Weons. So it's something. Why are we doing that? To build discipline, that we are going to make our project successful by you participating creatively, because that is the discipline of how the tokens have been successful on the market. Okay, but we are not going to involve in any way to crash the market, because if you crash it, then you don't have a vision. We don't have everything. If we crash the Weons, we don't have anything that we'll use to pay you. And even the investors who have come, they have come because of you guys taking, you guys being disciplined, and those guys specifically participating in the buy and hold. You have made it possible for us to get 1.25 million US dollars, and I congratulate you. Okay? So that means we need to go, every group that I see it's participating in staking, you are going to get a reward. Every group that is focused to build the ecosystem of Weownomy, you will get a reward. Every group that complains, we will wait for you to complain while others are making money. Because it's all about making money. You invested in the company to make money. And it's like you go to school. You pay your school fees, but you have to be disciplined to learn. Or else the teacher can chase you and say you're not disciplined. They may not even return your school fees. But for us, we are willing even to refund you. So you are like at school, you paid school fees. You need to follow up with the syllabus. You need to follow up with the discipline within Weownomy so that you get the results and you get the product that you want. You are not just going to pay and then you say, I paid, they're not paying me. You need to understand the discipline within the ecosystem. Like the way you pay for your kid, and if the teacher calls you and they say this kid is in discipline, you will not ask for the school fees. They will tell you the kid is in discipline. Take her or him to another school. So Weownomy needs discipline, just like the way you take your kid to school. And you understand that there's discipline. When I invest, I follow the rule that makes me successful. So how are we going to make sure that Weownomers are happy is to ensure discipline with their investment. Because the people who invest in us also expect discipline, expect us to be able to deliver. And the first thing they have seen that we have delivered is our Weownomy, which is a flagship discipline to show this project has the potential, okay? And in addition to that, they can even listen to the other things, zero-cost digital economy, what, because you have something they can see that you have done well, okay? So this investment round of $1.25 million will help us all move forward with confidence and continue growing together in this ecosystem we have created. How do we move with confidence? You need to stake, you need to buy Weons, you need to understand your business, you need to be disciplined. A personal blessing is not good. Even God cannot bless you if you're not disciplined. The moment you think that your mouth is just going to dictate you without reasoning, you are losing. And that's not what it's going to be. We want people to understand that this is a business. It has rules. It has guidelines. By the way, we allow you to insult. You continue insulting. But as we start to reward those ones who are doing, you will end up, your group is getting nothing, others are getting, and you'll ask yourself, why are those people being successful? It's because of your mouth. Your mouth is paying you back, either creatively or negatively. So you reap what you sow. It's time for business because Weons is in the market. It's time for you to know how we are successful in the market and why are you just shouting? Or why are you being creative? So if you're creative, you are seeing the future. If you're not creative, continue to make noise. Weownomy will allow you to make noise because this is a social media platform, and we will go ahead. Okay? So we are building the future of social business, making it better for all to solve global problems. So we are not just solving your own problems, but we want to also go up to the extent of solving global problems. That means everywhere Weownomers are in the African countries, they need to be seen as people who can make a difference. So if they see you and they can see that you have something creative, they'll say, that is a Weownomer. Okay, so we don't need to be identified as people who are confused. We need to be identified as people who are intelligent, people who are creative, and people who need happiness amongst everyone else and creative. So that's very, very important because we have all the tools, but we choose not to understand how to use the tools. And then we ignore. And then we say, we just want one payout, 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 payout. Payout means understand the process, understand the discipline, and participate. The moment you choose to participate, you will be very happy to understand how your company operates. Okay? So that's very important. Now, with the first investment of $1.25 million, our partners are even willing to do an additional investment in the whole Weownomy ecosystem, up to $50 million. Okay? What does that mean? We have a lot of people who could have come in, but we have chosen this particular strategic investor for the only reason that he understands, he has seen all the videos, He understands what the whole project is. And we will also reveal him with his permission. I'm doing this video, I'm doing this presentation for him so that he can see what I've presented going forward as he's going to release the 1.25 million USDs very fast. I don't really think about the money, but I see the potential of Weownomy ecosystem. It's the one which is bringing the money. When someone gives you money, it means it's an endorsement of how you think and what you've organized and what you want to achieve. This particular investor told me, I don't wake up to make money. I wake up because I want to see the world become a better place. And I think Weownomy ecosystem can make the world achieve a great deal. You get me? So if someone is able to start with $1.25 million and expand it to $50 million, I'm telling you, it means a lot for a company that is not even 1 year old. Tell me a company in Africa that can achieve that. Tell me, no one. It's because of our unity as a community. We have hustled. We are now hustling together. And when we hustle together, our challenges become easier. And we get to the solution much quicker than hustling alone. Okay? We are not called South Africans. We are not called Basotho. We are not called Namibians. We are Weownomers who are out to make the best, not only for ourselves, but for the global community and the whole African continent. And that's why people come to us, because we don't have a label of Africans. We have a label of Weownomers, okay? So it's very, very important. So this more investment in Weownomy ecosystem, it means global is the product of Weownomy. Weownomy is not a country. Weownomy is global. So global is the product of Weownomy. So if you are Weownomer, think global. You understand? So this independent investment is going to come after the first 1.25 million US dollars. So the same strategic investor would like to invest a substantial amount in the Weownomy ecosystem and help us achieve our zero-cost digital economy, up to $50 million. And the potential investment he's interested in is in Seaway, the zero-cost digital economy, Weownomy DigiBank, Weownomy Pay, Weownomy Web, Weownomy Chat, AEX Gold digital coin with an NFT true ownership of my left wife, and Pride of Africa Diamond Corp, which is going to be able to fully take over the role of the gold digital, the digital gold coin of AEX. Now, you are going to hear more about AEX as well this year, but mostly in the digital gold coin. The digital gold coin is going to leverage the importance of making sure that more stability is put into the zero-cost digital economy and our Weownomy. And then the NFT true ownership means, as I've told you, that anyone who does something special, you are remembered even when you are dead. So Olivia Nakubulwa will always be remembered for a very important, she's the very first member in the legendary member of Weownomy, okay? So she will be remembered, and even on her grave, I'll share a picture of you with you guys. Sorry, I forgot. We had that NFT token put on her, on her grave. And so it's something that she can continue to do good even when she has passed on. So that is also going to happen to every important member who stands out. We cannot forget your contribution. Your contribution, whether you are alive and even when you're dead, should always be remembered, okay? So once we complete the first two investments of 1.25 million US dollars, we are going to look at additional opportunities together with our strategic investors that will benefit users as well as those interested in investing into a new ecosystem, which is just getting started. Now, if you listen to this, it shows you how blessed Weownomy ecosystem is. We started with you. Your investment is very important because all investment that we have seen from you, the amount that is held at FNB, over 16 million rand, which is $1 million, and even the staking fee that has come through, you guys are very important. It doesn't matter if we have another investor who brings in more money. That's the reason I had to stop the subscription, the shareholder subscription, because when these investors come, when the shareholder subscription comes in, and I know my people love money, they will pay you off because you want to be paid. And you don't think about the future. If today they pay each Weownomy 1 million, they will go happy. 2 months, the money is finished. They're back to zero. So we cannot do that. And that's why I had to close that subscription, so that when we get any other amount that comes in, it should come in a way that helps each one of you. But this specific strategic investor will definitely be given some kind of ownership in the ecosystem, because he's only one. We don't want any other investor. He's only one that we want, and we only want up to a maximum of $50 million. We don't want any more, because we know we will be able to sustain ourselves with external revenue that comes in from the $1 that comes in from many users that will be coming. And we can continue to maintain ownership, higher ownership with our strategic investor, and you guys will still become the top. So it becomes very, very easy. And that way, our project will be successful without any problem, okay? And so we can be able to do a great deal. Now, we are talking of the Weownomy beta testing program. As we speak now, most of you are aware that we chose 100 people, and I thank Ndadeshaba, you have opened up a group for the Weownomy chat beta testing. I forgot to include the phones, and because I have many different names, over 8,000, so to go back and look for the phones, it will not be easy. If all of the people who qualified for the 100 beta testing, and you are in the Weownomy 100 beta testing group, please, can you put your name, your phone number, and put your number of the list in there, so that I can quickly send those phone numbers which are required with the team, so that they can fix up everything by tomorrow in preparation of the beta testing on the 26th. So you can simply write to Ndade Shaba, I think he has shared in the group, provide the proof of your name. He will add you in the group, and immediately in the group, can you provide your phone numbers? Very important, okay? So the beta testing, as we said, it's gonna be able to allow us to test all the new features. And all participants will be paid $25 per hour. So $25 per hour times 3 days is more than 1,500 Weons. That's more than 1,800 Weons. And you're paid to test out the new features. Why do we need to have a beta test? It's because when we, as the lifetime co-owners, we need to have something that we know that if it goes out into the community we will have tested it, understood it. As we speak, the APK will test it and make sure that everything is ready, so that on the 26th, you guys can be able to go ahead and test it. So you are going to have an early access to Weownomy chat, and your feedback for the beta testing is very important. And as I said, you're going to be paid $25 per hour in Weons, and you'll be able to provide us your feedback on before we go live for everyone else in exchange for Weon ones. So we are very excited that you guys are going to be participating. For anyone who is not participating, please, it's going to happen. I've seen a lot of people want to test out, but the team has totally said the production server can only serve only 100 people. So it's going to be very difficult to have everyone's wish, and just know that it's going to come through. Everyone who tests will be able to tell you how it is, and so don't feel that you're left out. So it's very important that you appreciate this opportunity. So our goal is to make it possible for people around the world to participate and benefit in the Weons. I've talked about it extensively. And the Weons will also be used for the activities, the paying activities when you are using the app. So we will have those Weons, and you'll have a card. So if you have a card, that means every time you have your points, you have your Weons, and they're converted in intervals for you to be able to use it for any of your activities out there. So that's going to be something very important. Remember, for the data-free plan, we are going to have a test out for 3 months, starting with our 253. But by the way, even Weownomers are paying $1 for the subscription. So anyone who pays the $1, you qualify for the data-free plan test period. That's for 3 months. The reason we want to have that data plan test period for 3 months is to attract as many people as possible. And at the same time, it will enable us to do very, strategic negotiation with any of the telecommunication, service providers, so that they can see that we're already buying from them, and this is what we want to do, and we can scale it to a bigger number. And if they agree with our program, they make money, we make money, and it's going to be something very powerful. So that's something very powerful. So financial freedom is just one click away, okay? Again, as we say, we're very excited with people who come, Weownomers who come with very creative ideas. We thank Christabella for this amazing idea. 10 campaign. So every person can be able to show. Please, this is not recruitment. People are confusing this social media program of Weownomy with recruitment. When we are saying 10 people, simply show someone your Weownomy chart. Tell him, okay, this is how it is. That person will tell you, how can I join? And tell him it costs you 14 Rand. You are going to be credited $1,000, and you will be paid for every time you use the app. So it's not recruitment. You simply show your app to other people. I can assure you, you can even get more than 20 or 50 people who will want to participate. But we're going to make it very easy for you to be able to show other people. We can make even a clear link, a referral link, which is yours, that can enable other people. You can simply tell them, click my referral link, and you can join Weownomy chat. And that way, if that person joins, he will always be credited on you. Whatever he does, you will be paid on Weownomy chat. So that's very, very important. But initially, make sure you have 10 people who can be part of Weownomy chat. It's not recruitment, because when you say recruitment, people think it's work. You have your app, show someone, show 10 people, start with your family. You already have 15 or 20 people. Tell them this is the new thing. I want you to see that. I've just seen one beautiful video of someone who just did a wonderful work to create a Weownomy chat promo video. Very powerful. We need that person to get 10,000 Weons for that good promo video. Wish you can write to me and we can credit you 10,000, because that video can go viral, because people can see that and they can embrace it. So that's very, very important. We have people who are creative and can use that. Every Weownomer can use that video. There is also another video that the Shaba of Mzansi Radio did. Even I think it's a track or something like that. It's very important. We need your creativity, and your creativity is the most important thing. It will attract people to understand what Weownomy chat app is. Okay, that is very important that we have the 10 people campaign, and even the 10 people campaign, Christabella, we will also give you 10,000 weons. Congratulations for that. You've done something amazing, because that alone is going to bring us more than 2.4 million users on the platform, so that people can understand it. So we need to make sure when you come with an idea, we credit you. So think big, you will be paid for thinking big. Okay, so that's very, very important. Okay, now absolutely you can earn money from your chat messages. People are going to ask you, how do you earn money from your chat messages? I'm telling you, I think most of the people do not really understand the potential of how WhatsApp, if you can know how much WhatsApp makes just from South Africa alone, I think I'll try and next time I'll try and get all those revenues. Then you can begin to understand what it means for Weownomy chat. Now, Weownomy chat with the $1 annual subscription, which will be leveraged $1 per SIM card. Per SIM card simply means for every interactions of every different user who uses Weownomy chat, it means the telecommunication providers make money. And if we introduce a data-free plan, we also allow the telecommunication provider to provide us at least a certain income. We want at least $2, but we can start with $1 to just provide them. That provides us $2 for the subscription and for the SIM card. If we have more than 30 million users who are on most of these telecommunication services, they will instantly be interested in Weownomy chat because of the data-free plan. Data-free plan means every time you use Weownomy chat, you literally don't pay any data, but that data is paid in wholesale arrangement with our Weons on your behalf. And we make a lot of money through that $1, because if we have more than 10 million people on Weownomy chat per day, that's huge. It means we bring in more than $10 million, okay? And that's very powerful. WeChat and WhatsApp takes over $8. We just want only $1. Now, that's how we can structure it to pay for every message you send or receive. We are able to structure with a unique way, an algorithm, which makes it easier to know how many messages are you sending out to say hi to your loved ones, how many audio, how many videos and stuff like that. And every time you send a message, there is a reflection on your wallet. And that wallet, the funds can be taken on your card. We're not talking on your bank. We're talking on your card. That card enables you now to do your work. You can use your money as you want. So the zero cost economy data plan is massive. And that is going to change social media, because when you solve the issue of data, like now you can be able to see me, to hear me. Most of the people cannot be able to use data, but now you can be able to use your data, and we can be able to leverage a wholesale arrangement with the service providers on your behalf. And in addition to that, you are paid. I'm telling you, that makes the inbound and outbound messages powerful. Every time you're sending messages, like now you're sending messages on WhatsApp, you are not monetized, but there are people who eat a lot of money in the inbound and outbound messages. But this time we're waking you up to say, every time you send out a message, it is your own data, that information, and that information is paid for. Okay? So that's very, very important. And when you own your own messages, and we are able to make sure you have at least, we make a maximum of $2 per SIM card through a wholesale arrangement with the service providers. And they cannot walk away from the deal because they make more money from the arrangement we provide them. If the outbound messages is 6 million, we make a lot of money and we share that money with you every minute, every hour. And the reason we share with you is because we link it with our Weowns. And our Weowns goes to work for you. For the zero-cost data plan, not only as a lifetime co-owner, but it also goes to work for the new users. You need to understand that concept. Then you're going to understand how we are going to sustain payouts and how your business is going to be a household name globally, okay? Now, with that said, it will also help us to reach out and build the zero-cost projects, like the housing projects. Because as we sustain, we get the Weownomy chat app out, it will be easy for us to have the zero-cost housing program, okay, which is $18, and it can go up to $38. And that makes it easier for Patro Properties to be able to implement our housing model, okay? We are looking for 500, so we are starting with Class D, go to Class B, we go to Class C, you understand? And that's simple, okay? It's very important to understand how we're going to make the money to implement, not just waiting and saying, you know, I like when I talk to someone, like now I'm talking to you people, and you understand. You know, the brain is funny. Your subconscious mind needs to interpret something. And if I tell you, this is how we're going to make money, and then you come back tomorrow, you tell me, when are we starting? No, it means you don't understand the process. You need to understand the process is simple. We are starting when we have a sustained user base, and the sustained user base can only get started with Weownomy chat. Weownomy chat starts, it is instant, but we have all the different users who are on WhatsApp will want to see if I get on this new app that allows me to have free data and pays me for using it, people will want to come first to test out. And when they begin to test out, you don't need even to market. They will start to tell one another, stop using WhatsApp. Oh, please come, check out this app. And once that happens, our Weowns increases. All our co-owners, the lifetime co-owners, their payouts instantly starts to be activated. But if you're starting to say, when is the CEO telling us the date? You don't understand your business. You need to understand your business. The CEO has already told you we are receiving 1.25 million US dollars. 250,000 is put in the market. The price is going to $5 up to $12. We are receiving another $1 million. The price will go up to 38. And the plan is after the beta testing. I want you to listen to this. The beta testing is taking 3 days. The app is listed. The app is listed, and then the people start to know the app. When they get to know the app, that everything will start to happen in the best way possible. And then we are going on Bitget Exchange. Bitget Exchange and the Token Exchange will host a co-marketing trading competition. The trading competition will involve the whole ecosystem of Weownomy. Understand your business. That is where you get the position to know that now we are being paid. You personally, you'll hear everyone talking about Weownomy chat. It will be a new game in town, and you'll say the CEO told us the truth. Everywhere I go, they're talking about Weownomy chat. That is the time you understand that your patience is now going to be paid. Now we are preparing to get through to the breakthrough, and the breakthrough is not far. So be creative when you talk to me, asking me, when do you think the payouts will start? You are asking me that you don't understand the business, and I'm disappointed when you approach me like that. But when you approach me and you tell me I have got people, I am telling people to be prepared, and then I know we can have a conversation. And that's why I don't pick calls, because I know the calls will tell me, I want to take my kid to school, I want to do this. I don't. I want creative calls. And I'm putting a creative call every Wednesday. I call you. You don't call me, because I know how important you are, how creative you are. I need to call you, not you to call me, because when you call me, it is going to be a different subject. Now is the day for you to know that the CEO is talking that the payouts, a sustainable payouts, requires our Weownomy chat beta testing to be complete, whether you like it or not, because everyone is on WhatsApp. Do you know how much WhatsApp is making? Why don't you also say, we also want to also have our product like WhatsApp and let everyone use it? If everyone is using it, can you really ask me how we're going to be paid? You understand? We have our token already listed. If our token is listed, and I've shown you that already we have $1.25 million coming within few days to get started in the market, to allow our Weownomy chat app to be listed and make sure people download it. And when people download it, I'm telling you again, you will not even market it. It will be viral. And once it goes viral, why? Because it's data free and people are credited. We want to use it, and it means people will embrace it and move forward. And that way, we can allow you to go on La Token Exchange, to go on Bitget Exchange, to do the payouts. I hope we are not going to have stories about payouts again. If you ask anyone you see in the group asking about payouts, tell him you don't understand your business. Let him come and listen to the Zoom meeting again. Because if you understand your business with what I've explained now, then you should not ask about when are payouts, because you are using emotions instead of understanding your business. It's like someone is preparing something for you in the kitchen, and then you're flitting around saying, I've not yet received my food. So you want him to pour the food on your face. Okay? Be patient and understand, regardless of what challenges you are going through, we are 90% closer to accomplish what you want and what is going to change your lifetime. Okay? Now, as we come to the closing, I want you to understand one thing, and that patience will always reward you. When I do whatever I do in the project of Weownomy, I always want to be patient, I always want to be creative, and I always want to know that at every step, I look back and see what we have achieved. A process that develops up to where we are with all the obstacles we have achieved helps us. So I appreciate Mzansi radio station, and I'm also Very happy with Pride of Africa Diamond. It's a new project. You saw their presentation during the Weowno's wedding day. And this particular project is going to work hand in hand with the digital gold coin with AEX. And what that means, we are going to see a great deal. So we are moving at a very, very terrific speed. I'm telling you, Weownomy ecosystem is not even 1 year. Weowns is not even 4 months. See what is in the month. Dogecoin has been there for how long? Look at Weowns. I'm telling you people, you have not yet appreciated your business enough. Understand again, Weownomy ecosystem is not yet 1 year. It's turning 1 year in April. Okay? Weowns is just since in December, I think December 2nd, when we listed on the exchange. I don't know, today is 23rd. I think it's 1 month, and it's going to some few other months, maybe going to the second month. Okay, so look at that, appreciate that. It shows you that the company is the fastest growing company, and it has potential to make it for you. Okay, so please appreciate. But the very most important point that you should take out today, anyone who is asking payouts should understand the process. One, in summary, the process is clear that we are currently at 98%. We have just finally made it successful. Our strategic investor has decided to split up the funds with $1.25 million, which is going to make a huge impact in the market. The beta testing, which is meant to make sure that our app comes out the best, so that we don't go into the market and then have issues. People start to say, we are not even given time to test the app and stuff. Once the app is out there, the rest is history. It is going to shock you, and you are going to see that what I told you is going to be very, very exciting. Okay? Now, with all of these other programs, like the free personal security program, the debt-free personal security programs, and I have also many different ideas that are coming in, all of that is going to be executed, and we have a great future. Weownomy in 2022 is going to be massive. The reason it's going to be massive is because the ecosystem that Weownomy is building is already tested. Social media's platform is tested, Facebook and the rest. The zero-cost digital economy is tested because of the potential of cryptocurrency. Okay, Weownomy DigiBank, we are working with the best. It's going to be set up, and in March, our bank will be fully operational. Okay, Weownomy Pay is already up, and few features here and there, and already Weownomy Pay web version is coming out. Weownomy web version is also coming up, just like Facebook, after Weownomy Chat is launched. All of these calls for celebration for someone who can understand that building a business in less than a year is not something to just say it's a joke. We have done a great deal. Now, thank you very much. My presentation, which was mainly focusing on the issue of payouts and focusing on investor, regardless of the negativity that is out there. They see the vision, they see the ecosystem, and we have won. They are coming on board first with $1.25 million. Goodwill. Goodwill means there's no due diligence. They just see the coin. They want to start with that. And then the due diligence to be able to inject the additional 50 million will go on the other additional projects that we have out there. And That calls for celebration because the Weownomy beta testing, which is starting early this week, will go well. And then we have the app listed. We cannot run away from the process, however much you want, because the process will determine what the company is going to sustain the business for many years. So when you understand the process, you will know that at this time, the CEO is going to announce. So I told you, I'm not going to announce anything which will bring any disappointment. And I explained to you why the challenges we had. But now this is a new year and we want to handle everything proactively with the discipline. And we need to train you also to be disciplined, to be creative, to be smart, and to understand your business. And that is what you should take off. And congratulations, Eswatini group held by Kalisile. You have 10,000 Weons. You guys are doing wonderful. And we are going to reward everyone, every group. It's all about discipline. You are in school. You are being educated in the entrepreneur mindset. So you can't go to school and you say, why is this one given number one and I'm number last? It is your results. And you are determined with what you do. Thank you very much. And congratulations for where we have reached all as a community. And let's work hard and make 2022 a year that will be remembered, because Weownomy Chat, Weownomy DigiBank, all of this ecosystem, and now we are having a strategic investor coming on board with the first goodwill investment of $1.25 million and is extending it up to $50 million. That calls for celebration. That calls for discipline. We need to prove to them we are organized, and we need to prove to them that this company is owned by lifetime co-owners who are not just noisemakers, but orderly, organized, and ready to make this a big, massive project all over the world. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope 2022 is going to be massive for you, for your family, for the continent, and globally. I appreciate all of you guys. I salute you and be blessed. Always know negativity does not pay. You are in school, you paid school fees, and you need to follow the syllabus and everything so that you come out successful. Thank you very much. Be blessed. Nadel Tebeli. Yeah, I just finished.
Try to unmute some people. They can go ahead and ask their questions.
Yes.
Thank you, Ndata.
Good evening, Ndata Tebele and our CEO.
Good evening. How are you, man?
I'm well, thanks, and you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful presentation, and Ndata Tebele, thank you for the clarity. I think it was very important that the shareholders get clarity in terms of what has been happening. It really brings some calmness in people also. The reason today for my question, CEO, is around staking. Some of us do not have a lot of Weons, and what we had in mind, I had in mind, for example, was to stake on the 30 days to grow my Weons, and then after 60 days, then start on the 90 days. Will I be penalized for doing that?
I didn't hear the last part.
Okay, in my case, I don't have a lot of Weons. So I wanted to start staking from the 30 days, then I reinvest everything again, then only after that move to the 90 days because I want to build them up quicker. Will I be penalized for doing that?
No. Actually, the reward starts from 30 days. So 30 days up to 90 days is no problem. So if for example, if you buy 100 Weons for 30 days, so definitely you still get the same rewards.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
But the one, actually, it's a very good question. If you pay for 30 days, we can give you rewards, but still the one who stakes for more days, we will give you more. So the one who stakes for 30 days, you reasonably get what you have for 30 days. So that means we have to revise a bit up. So if you stake for 30 days for 100 Weons, you have probably 1,000 Weons, but if you stake for 90 days, you can have an extra amount, which we're going to revise and let you know in a communication.
Okay, that will be appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, Mr. Peter, and I'm here. Yes. Yes. For me, I think I just have a question for Tabele, which I think I was asked to ask. I was requested to ask by one of my downliners. What had happened is that somebody, I think somebody staked for about 6 of them. They did one stake using their email address. So the staking reflects on the dashboard of that particular person who did the staking. So the question was then how these other 6 people whom they had paid for the staking, but it was done at one go. How is it going to be? What should they do so that also the staking could be able to reflect on their dashboards? I think that is the question that I have for today. Otherwise, the presentation was quite clear for me. I think I followed everything, and I don't think I have any comment so far with it.
Okay, on that one, Malifu, it's just that I think we have touched it a number of times to say people who paid in bulk for staking, they should just write to support, give the emails of those people who paid for, as well as the proof of payment, and they will handle it. They will be able to now distribute it accordingly to make sure that each and every one of those people have the staking amount reflected on their dashboards.
Okay, I think that's quite clear. So they write to support. Okay.
Give the names.
All right. Thank you.
Emails of
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, and you, Tabele, and Mr. CEO.
Yes.
You are speaking to Mrs. Mofokeng from Kwakwa. I tried several times. And my question is going to Tabele. I tried to write and support several times about my downliner, but they answer me. Their emails doesn't respond to the when I finished to stake it to them. They didn't receive the proof of payment for their emails. I tried to write at the support. Now they say I must send the QR code, and I didn't have it. What must I do about it? And the other one, my downliner, she was upgraded from class D to class C, but on her dashboard, nothing happened to her dashboard. They still on class D. I think it's over.
On the first question, you're saying maybe I didn't get it clearly, but let me maybe respond to the second question. When you say somebody upgraded from class D to class C, they there's a request for upgrade button on the dashboard where you submit that request, or you can even reach out to support and give them the proof that you have paid. They will be able to process the upgrade once they verified the payment. On the first question, where you are saying somebody paid the staking amount, the staking fee, but they did not receive the confirmation.
Yes.
In that case, the possibility is when you were typing your email, you either got the email wrong. That is why when the system tries to send you the POP, and then maybe it bounces because of the incorrect email. So in a case like that, what we can do to find out the payment, you can give them the email that you used to pay, as well as the names that you typed when you make such a payment. In that way, it will be easy for them to track their payment, and then now they can get the order number, which will help you to get the proof of payment. So it's a matter of just reaching out to them with that information. They will be able to help. So even that one, for somebody who want to upgrade, you can just give them the proof of payment that you have paid. Then they will be able to help you with that. And okay, I think I didn't maybe explain in the beginning that the most of the questions that I think we will be taking are directed to the presentation that we have. For the people who have issues with regard to support and all that, I think they can, because now it will take us forever, it will take us all night if we can respond to all those questions. So please, let's try to limit the questions to the presentation. And in the case where you have questions that are related to the IT, we will see. Maybe we can organize another meeting, maybe the Saturday meeting, and then we can be able to go through all the issues. So I'm just, yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, Dr. Peter. This is Godfrey, and also good evening to Dr. Tabel. Thank you very much for such a profound presentation that you made. It's very much informative of how the entrepreneur should behave, and I'm very much grateful for your guidance throughout the presentation. Dr. Peter, I just want to find out about it's a follow-up about the last presentation we had concerning the investor. I heard in your presentation you mentioned that you don't need any investor further going forward. So I just want to find out how should I go about it since you have closed the doors for the investor in place of a strategic investor that you currently have. So I just want to find out how far is it going? Are we discarding it? I should go back to them and tell them that we are not proceeding anymore. What should I do?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that you came through very fast. So what we can actually do, definitely we can accommodate you. We just put a target as a company to say we don't want, according to what we are seeing, we can easily leverage the external revenue of many users who are coming, and the company will need up to a maximum of $50 million. So this particular investor is interested to hit that amount, but absolutely with your investor, again, you've done a lot of work, which I appreciate. We cannot just shut you out. So we can maybe do a portion with you out of that, and we can tell our strategic investor probably he can take maybe 30% or maybe let's say 50 to 60% of what is there, and then you can cover up. So I think it will also boost you with your current approach that you did. If we can provide proof of what the current investors provided us, starting with the $1.25 million, so that when you go out and share with others, you can tell them that no, this is the maximum. So it will even give your approach much more seriousness, so they can see that, wow, this team is serious. Because most investors would like to know who has put in money first. So if they see that our investors put something and you can bring something, then we can provide you all the information regarding what the investor is putting and the initial part of it. And then you can follow up the portion that you think that they can bring. But I think our current strategic investor will be comfortable if we can tell him that maybe an additional 20 is out. And we also need to understand the terms and conditions of the investor that you're working with, and to really understand that the reason why we were so much comfortable with the current one is because he understands the whole approach of the project, and he respects the co-owners. So many other different investors, they come in a way to take the project, and so we wouldn't want to be in a situation whereby the project is taken away from the community. So we wanted an investor who would still have the strong interest. So this particular investor is so much interested in social business. So he liked the approach of knowing that Weownomy is out there for not only communities, individuals, and making sure that we have an impact that can help the global community. And so any other investor that comes in should also, first of all, understand our ecosystem and appreciate it. If he appreciates our ecosystem, we have no problem. But if he's only talking about money and he does not understand our ecosystem, it becomes a big problem for us, because then we cannot even be able to engage, because he wants his terms to be accomplished or fulfilled without understanding what our whole environment is. So we want to make sure that you articulate appropriately that this particular company, before even you talk about the investment, is truly a people's business. And if they are interested in investing in a people's business, then we can welcome them. But I appreciate, I think I read the information that you provided, and they seem that they can appreciate that. And I think they will have no problem knowing that we have a strategic investor on board whom they call like a lead investor, and he can come up together, and we can then let our strategic investor know him that no, we also had another, but it depends how serious, because the one that we have is all way out completely. But for him is that the $1.25 million is provided without any due diligence, because the Weownomy is out, but the additional amount is provided based on the due diligence together with the accountants and their lawyers and stuff like that. So that means the additional amount can take 2 to 3 months, but the very first amount comes in pretty quick. So I think I'm gonna call you. If you can please send me your number. Please send me your number on this on my email, then I can call you and we can discuss this in detail to really get to understand what it is. So, but I appreciate your efforts. You've really done a lot, and you're one of the people that we're talking about. People who are creative, people who look out and want to make sure that the ecosystem really gets to be received globally. And so I appreciate that. And I think your investors are pretty serious, and they can really bring something substantial on the table. So I salute you for that, and I think good for it. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, how are you,
Good.
Tate?
How are
Thank
you?
Yes, Tate. Sorry, I'm calling in connection with we are here.
Yes.
We have a group of people that we want to put to, we already put money together. We want to buy and hold.
Yes.
So I just want to find out
Yes. That's good.
first, do we have first to buy and stake so that we can be given the free, or how do we go about it? We want to find out about that.
Hello.
Yeah, I think if you have any proof that you've bought, and most importantly, you're staking, you
Hello.
automatically qualify for that. And so what we're doing with the IT team is to make sure that before the end of the month, most of the people that have bought and staked can be rewarded properly.
Okay, so first we must first buy and stake. But for the buying, what proof do we need
Yes,
to give?
absolutely.
Is it the proof from La Token, or is the proof that we deposited money into La Token, and then another proof from buying Weowns, or which proof exactly that must we provide?
Yeah, the proof that you bought and staked. So you should have something that clearly showed that you bought and staked. And you have a screenshot that you can attach on the email of buy and hold Weon.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
And then, okay,
Hello?
another last question. I just want to find out on the calls that you are gonna
Hello,
pick
how
on
are you?
Wednesday. Sorry, Tate Peter. I'm still talking.
Hello.
The calls that you're gonna pick on
Yes.
Friday, to which email must we send our request so that we can receive your call for being creative? Because we have some creative ideas that we want to share. So to which email should we send it to?
Oh no, we're gonna create it with the our director will create it, and then we are able to share it tomorrow in the groups.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. First, I wanted to raise the issue that it seems that the meeting is not regulated properly. We still go back instead of raising issues in the that were related to the presentation. We still go back to either ITE issues. Okay. The second, I wanted to appreciate the presentation because I think the presentation sent most of the one-night standers to bed, that we are not here dealing with the once-off payment. We are dealing
Yes.
with the issue of long-term sustainability of the company. Anyone who wants a once-off payment, I think this is not the place. We cannot come here and say, we only want the CEO to tell us when is the payment. What payment? You must be able to elaborate. What payment are you talking about? And I think the CEO has elaborated eloquently what we are dealing with here. It's not a one night stand thing. It's not a hit and run thing. And we must deal with those issues and not after the presentation, we come in again. Yeah, I had my 2 downliners. What is that? we must deal with the presentation and say, CEO, at point A, you said this, how is it going to go forward? At number 2, you said this, how are we going to achieve that? Perhaps we must have 2 parts. I think the idea of Saturday's meetings dealing with IT people, Tatera, Tibere, and others, then this meeting is only addressing what was presented. Because when you start, the first person to be given the opportunity is already raising my downliners didn't get this, and then we lose focus of what was presented. Lastly, I appreciate the presentation by the CEO. And I think if we were all focusing on what was being said, we see the focus of the company, we can support the CEO to achieve that vision, and we stop just going because of when is the payment, and our downliners, I don't know even what downliners mean in this company, I don't know. Because we are supposed not to have upperliners and downliners in this company. It's not a networking company. Networking companies have upper, down, and what liners. Here, there are no liners. We are all co-owners, shareholders. Nobody is a downliner to somebody else. Because of what? CEO, I think the presentation mapped out the way forward. And I look forward to support you, to support the team of admin in the company to achieve what we have set out. I looked at the presentation you presented on the history of the company, the challenges, and I'm just happy that really you didn't pack up your bags and go. You are not like the MTIs and others. And I'm happy that I think I'm in the right company and I'm ready to give my level best. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Thank you. That is very
CEO.
insightful. I appreciate that. Good evening. How are you, man?
I'm fine, thanks, CEO. You're speaking to Pulani?
How are you?
Limpopo Polokwane.
Right.
Firstly,
Yes,
I just
Pulani.
want to say thank you very much to
Great to hear from
Tatele Tebele to clear the air. Everything is cleared. Secondly, to you, CEO, we are your children. It's not everyone who's crying. It's not everyone who's making noise. And it's not everyone who's calling you to complain. If I call you, from my side, it's very much important. I do have a very, very, very creative things that I want to share with you. I understand majority, you won't be able to answer all calls because people are complaining. And I do have a group of 300 people whereby we bought Weownomy. I just want clarity. Somebody asked, but I didn't hear very well. After we bought Weownomy, to get that free, we need to go and stake it before we're gonna get the free one buy and hold. or we buy and get the free ones? I need the clarity there, because like even yesterday, I was having a meeting with my team whereby we are going to put another money, of which is going to be done next week. I mean, on the 5th of February. So I need the clarity because we bought and I sent everything. The proof of payment, it has been attached on the email. So please, can I get the clarity between we bought and we received the free, or we bought and stake? We buy and stake.
Yeah, no, I think, okay, I mixed up something, but okay, just to really make it clarity is, yes, when you buy, you qualify, and when you stake, you qualify. So that means if you buy and then you decide to qualify, then you earn twice. But if you buy alone, you earn once. So if you buy and stake, then you'll be rewarded twice. Okay. But if you buy once, then that means we just reward you once. So if you buy once, then that means you get 2,000. I mean, let me say 200, you get 2,000. But if you decide to stake the 200, or maybe to stake 1,000 that you have earned, then you get 20,000. So it's unique. So it depends what you want to do. But I think if you buy and stake, then you're gonna be you'll be rewarded more. So if, like, for example, you do 100, you get 1,000. If you stake that 1,000, you get 10,000. So I think that's going to be.
Oh, okay. No, thanks very much, CEO, and thanks very much for the presentation. And yeah, we are still going forward to keep on buying our baby to make it grow, because it's it's our duty. That's why I'm saying it's not everyone, it's not every child in the house keep on crying and complaining. Thanks very much. And when I call you, please answer me, CEO. I'm begging you.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. CEO.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine, thanks, CEO. You are talking to Mrs. Bosani. Thank you very much for a wonderful and informative presentation. Thanks again for this opportunity of being one of Pioneer Lifetime Weownomers.
Thank you. You're great.
My question, CEO, is about the groups. Me and my group, we are busy preparing for the staking on the month end. Yes. Now, the problem is that I don't know how are we going to deposit the money for the staking. Are we supposed to use one of the members' accounts for the staking on La Token? Or is there a way that you can open a group's account? How does that go for the group?
No, thank you for that question. I think it's mostly should be agreed upon you, whom you trust and how you should do it in the way that is safe for all the members that have contributed, so that when you stake, then you know if it's one account or how you really want to do it. But it depends on how you build your own agreement and understanding. And then when it's paid out, who will be responsible to spread out all the, all the distributions to other members. I think that's very sensitive, how you guys handle it, as a group. You can have minutes, you can decide that this is how it will be handled. You can do it in a rotational way, that this time we trust so one, and the next time it should be another person, like that. I think that, just to really make it, like how the Stockwells do it, it gives you a clear understanding of the
Okay, right. My second question, Mr. CEO, I bought my own personal, I got 108 that I bought and hold from day one when you told us to buy and hold. Now, my question is that, can I also stake those we own that I've got there?
Yes,
or must I buy another one?
No, once you say you have 180, as we speak.
108, 108.
Yeah, 108. That means you already have 1,080 that you, which is your reward. So if you stake 1,080, you get 10,800. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have the proof, of 1.8, and then you attach it, so you get 1,000. You get 1,080, and then if you decide to stake that, you get 10,800.
Oh, okay. Because I was listening to you when you spoke to the previous member that we are going to be rewarded twice if you buy and hold and if you stake again.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be rewarded twice. So that's how it is. And that's what I was talking today in the presentation, that with Weownomy it's different. It's not like any other cryptocurrency out there. Staking program is amazing. You get extra amounts from La Token Exchange, but again, the company also gives you a loan.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. CEO. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, thank you guys. I think we've had a good day. We can call it a day, and then I'll be able to update you.
Hello.
How are you? I was thinking there's no one.
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, Lizzie. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you very much, CEO, for the presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Litebele. That was loud and clear.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Lizzie?
Hello, Mr. CEO. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, Mr. CEO. I'm Lizzie in Gauteng.
Yeah.
My question, Mr. CEO, I see that we've gone completely to the crypto way. The question I have here is the issue of upgrading to different classes. Is it still relevant to our present day? Day-to-day running of the business? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
You just simply write to the support team, the IT team, and you tell them you want to upgrade, and they will handle the process appropriately.
Okay, thank you. That's the only question I have today. Thank you so much for the well-presented presentation and for you teaching us so much. I never thought that me, myself, I'll be speaking the language of crypto in my life.
Appreciating.
Thank you so much. You are really holding our hand and inseminating this information so that everything gets to be clear. Thank you so much, Mr. CEO.
Thank you. Thank you. You're going to be very knowledgeable. Absolutely.
Thank you. I also have a proposition. I'll send you an email about the project that I will discuss with you. Thank you.
So.
Thank you, Mr. CEO.
Good evening. Good evening, Dr. Peter.
Good evening. How are you, man?
Very much great. And yeah, I'm good. I'm excited about this. Our Weownomy. You know, Noah. Yes, I Weownomy.
Yeah.
And somebody is still on the mic and talking with the back.
I can hear you. Don't worry. I can hear you. I'm concentrating on you.
And yes, before my question and my plea, I just want to say thank you for enlightening us on the progress made this far.
Yes.
Yes, yes, I'm very excited because yes, I do love this crypto thing, and
Yes.
there are some things that I'm learning since I'm on La Token and staking. I didn't know that staking is actually for my own good, that staking is more like an interest and on holding and staking there, putting there like a fixed deposit, a 30-day notice thing in the fiat language.
Absolutely.
You know, Noah looked stupid until it started raining. Some of us didn't withdraw to cash out.
That's wonderful.
We staked the airdrops. Are we still going to, even the ones that staked the airdrops, is it not only the that bought the we owns? Are we still going to get the incentive?
Absolutely, you get, because they are weons. So if you stake your 200 weons, you automatically get your 2,000 weons. So absolutely,
wow.
It works.
Wow.
All right, my plea is right then, that the Peter, you know that I've got my own group.
Yeah.
And then there are people who did not withdraw from either the self-key Weownomy Venly. Is it possible that, just like I heard you were saying that people who are going to get these incentives, they're going to have to stake some of it?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to stake 60% and they only take 40%.
And then how is that going to happen?
I know, personally, you drive them, like the way you said you have your weons, you drive them to La Token Exchange, and then you just take, you stake 60%, and then you remain with. But again, if you want to stake 100%, it's better, you know. But you know how people, because they want to have some money, so they may not want to stake the whole amount. So if they stake 60% and then they sell 40%, it's fine.
All right. Yeah, I would wish that there could be an automated, I don't know how, I lack words for that, but I would wish there is automated way of having those we own staked, at least for 30 days, if it's automated. Where my plea was gonna come is these people or the people that are in my group would like to move out we owns from self-key to La Token in order to stake. But it requires a lot of money. Ethereum, there is a lot. Is there a way that it can be done? I don't know how, technically, but they would want to stake those we won't, just like they never withdrew them.
Okay, so you're saying that the gas fees is very expensive?
Yes, the gas fee is very expensive.
Now, if we can know how much it is for how many people want to do that, then the company can organize that on their behalf so that we can move the weons on their behalf to La Token Exchange. And if they can, you know, tell us, you know, how many, like now you know how many they are, you can let us know, then we can move them on their behalf with the IT team. We can organize that. So if we can have that, we can assist them in a unique way to see how they move the weons.
All right.
And we would like to know if there are many groups, and then we can know group A, group B, group C, then we get all of them, and then we find out how we can move all of them for staking.
All right. Yeah, because even some of them never received the airdrops, but those that have already received would like to stake them.
Okay. No, absolutely. No, if you can let us, I can discuss with Nadia, but we need to have like a big number instead of small. So we need to know how many who are interested to move them for staking purposes, and then we can assist in that regard.
Maybe we can combine not only people from my group, but everyone in Weownomy with a member that would want to do that. That maybe there's a communication that can come out tomorrow for such, and people to submit such, so that, or maybe group leaders submit on their people's on their group's behalf.
No, that will be great. I'll do that communication, and then we can see how we can move that.
All right. And then is there going to be a charge still related to taking out Weowns from Weownomy Pay?
I missed out that you said what? I can't hear the last information you shared.
Yes, my understanding was that there won't be any charge for moving out money, or money from Weownomy Pay.
Yeah, accordingly, it should be like that. And I want to verify with our IT team, because we told our developers we don't want to charge anything in regards to moving anything. And if it happens, then we're going to find a way of how to compensate if anyone has been paying for that kind of transactions.
Right. Okay, thank you very much. I have, my own reached la token with a den. So that would be very nice to find out how that can be compensated. Thank you very much, Dr. CEO.
Thank you, Mayor, for your important question.
Good evening, Mr. CEO.
I'm good. How are you in that day?
I'm great. You are talking to Sulufaro Nelson from Botswana.
Great. Happy to hear from you, Nelson.
All right. My question is here. I have a group of co-owners. Most of them they are in Class D.
Yes.
Initially, we wanted to come and start our company to buy some shares for the company.
Yes.
But since the door closed on our behalf,
that's a good one.
There are some airdrops.
You wanted to do what? I didn't hear that. You wanted to do what?
We wanted to register our company on Weownomy.
Yes, yes.
But now, since the door closed before we could get money to do that, there are some airdrops that I received. I did not cash them out.
Yes.
So I wanted to find out if I can't stake them and then use them to try to raise funds for the proposed company that we want to have.
Okay, so you received the airdrop as an individual?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Unfortunately, yes, we closed the whole process because we wanted to protect our shareholders in regards to having many other external investors coming in. I think so. You want to do what with the company now?
Well, what I want to do is I want to find out if I can't stake my airdrops and then like hold them for a long time until they reach a number that we can start some of our projects.
Well, individually you can do that. Individually you can stake, so there's no problem. You can stake, and if you want to drive them to support your company, there's no problem.
But then in the other communication that I came across the other time, I think there was a better incentive when you stake as a group than when you stake as an individual.
Do you still have a group among the co-owners who are still available?
Yes, we still have a group of those co-owners.
Yeah, you can do that if they are still available with your initiative of setting up the company. You know,
okay.
you can still stake as a group and you can earn more. You know.
Or maybe.
No, thank you, sir.
Subscription I be $1. About $5.
I didn't understand that.
I get to 20 rand.
20 rand.
I create $5. 1, 2.
Hello, I can't get what you're saying.
They are trading amongst themselves.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking they're with us. You know, I think people are tired. Let's call it a day. It was great talking to you guys. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.